Hey guys, DJParson here, and I'm back with the last game of the International Championship, Season 12, and it's gonna be a very exciting finish here till the end. We had a great tournament, we had a lot of players, we had some exciting matches, and this is the last match in the Grandmasters to come. And of course, we're gonna take a quick look at the standings right now. And here we can see that Frotus is on top. Maybe you watched the first 2-3 videos and then saw that Frotus was very far down. I think after 3 games he only had 3 points or something, but he scrolls back his way up back to the top, doing really well. And yeah, he's at 20 points, only 1 game left for him. And Kofeev and Tamaris, 1980 points. They all have 6 games. Silent with 5 games completed and 16 points. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Because they all could still win. Silent with 2 games has all the possibilities. So these 4 players are fighting for the top. Would be awesome to see the last 4 players with Frotus and everything, and with the other guys. But I think we have Frotus in this match, right? Yeah, I think in this match that I show you, we have Frotus and some of the other players as well. So that's going to be really exciting for the top. And in the bottom, we also have a fight between me and Slick. Fizzy on the last place is already out. He has completed all of his matches and he's out. 7 points. He will be relegated to the Masters. That's certain already. Slick has 2 games to finish yet. This game that I'm showing you after this is gonna be against Slick, so that's gonna be super important that I do better than him. And then he has 1 more game that I'm not part of course, and then we'll have to hope that he doesn't do as good in that one as well, because that would be bad, because I can't influence it. With that said, I think we have set the stage for this last game, and I hope you guys are ready, and we're gonna see you in the match. And in this game, I have the 2nd position after Tamaris, and then Silent and Slick. Let's take a look what we have. We do see Pierre and Marlena and Bill Gates. So those 3 very important, and they are here. We see Internet, Hollywood, United Nations, no Red Cross, no Man Project. There's Bach and Shakespeare and Gaudi and Darwin. So a lot of culture leaders. No military action in H2. And only 1 military action in H1, so military actions very much needed here. Nobel, yeah, Ocean Liner. There's Suez Canal, but no Cook. Railroad, but also what? Suez Canal could have combos with Isabella. A little bit with Eleanor. And then we have Taj Mahal, Great Wall, Universitas. We have Gutenberg into Shakespeare potentially, or Gutenberg into Darwin or Gaudi. That can be good combos. Zizka and Nostradamus. Nostradamus very strong, of course. Leonardo can also work with printing presses if you want to go for Shakespeare or something. And Pyramids Colosseum seems very important because of the lack of military actions. That could be one of the best wonders here. So let's see what our choices are. No wonder to choose from. But I get, yeah, Cleopatra. Cleopatra is very good. And then the Frugality. Stockpile is an extra civil action, so Frugality usually is better here. And then Cleopatra can build the lab first next turn. And yeah, hope to get one of the wonders. Pyramids or Colosseum, hopefully. So yeah, let's go with that. Stockpile and Confucius for silence. Slick will go with Boudica and Rich Land. And beginning of H1, Timoris grabs Homer. Okay. There's some good wonders to come. Colosseum and Pyramids. Silent needs a wonder. Slick needs a wonder. I'll probably have to grab a wonder for 2 here. I don't want Hanging Gardens. I think Colosseum here for 2 is a good move, and then I can elect Cleopatra and build that that lab first. I don't have a free population, but that's okay. There's only one player in front of me, so not the biggest deal. Not that many development cards coming for the free warrior or free religion. We of course would want a free population, but yeah, if we don't play politics, there's only one event gonna be revealed, maybe, from Tamiris. So this is fine. Getting a good wonder here is more important than having the free population, I think. Yeah, especially with all the lack of military actions. The Colosseum is pretty great. And then let's see, the first card draw is gonna be Defend card and Rats. That's some early Rats. Maybe we can play around that a little bit. Silent will go with Confucius, building a mine. Slick will also go for mine and Boudica, and the Acropolis. Engineering will stay on 2. Let's see if Tamiris will grab them. Development of settlement. Yeah, engineering genius for him. Get some printing presses here. Sadly they stay on 2. Should I play the Reds? I could play the Reds. I guess I don't have a free population. Oh no, I do. I do get 1 free population from the development of settlement. Could play the Reds then. Yeah, let's play them. Development of civil life, so I get a free population. I can build a mine cheaper, saving 1 resource. Use Cleopatra for this. Yeah, that's looking nice. Increase population to have a free pop. And maybe grab irrigation. And just increase population once again. Yeah, this doesn't look bad. Next turn I can finish these Colosseum with the help of Cleopatra and have free population. Yeah, the rest is looking pretty good. I like this. Let's see what we draw. A tactic and slave is not really good, but tactic is nice. Development of politics revealed by Silent. You will go for lab. And swordsman for 2. Okay. Slick. Grabs Leonardo, urban growth, masonry. A lot of cards grabbed there. Tamiris, is he gonna go for Nostradamus? Opens the development of agriculture first. Will build on a Stonehenge. Go for Nostradamus indeed. Doesn't play him yet. Gets an extra resource from Homea. Oh, there's Gutenberg and printing presses. I think that could be a plan. Do I want to play politics here? Be careful of the rats. I could play inhabited territory. I'll have extra military action. I have 1 colonization card. Whereas the cartography is already out and no one has it. So I could try to win the inhabited. I would probably finish the Colosseum this turn. I mean, what am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna go for Gutenberg. I can finish the Colosseum, go with Gutenberg, grab that printing press for free. And do I want anything else? Do I want the bread and circuses? There is Pierre, there's Darwin. I mean, those could be nice. If I go for printing presses, I also need happy faces, so I could go for bread and circuses. I don't really need warfare, and Richland also isn't as great right now. I could just increase population, also with the danger of the rats. Maybe we don't need bread and circuses as much. There's also another copy, so maybe just increase population. So do I want to play something? Maybe, yeah, maybe the inhabited territory. I draw extra cards now. Well, let's go for the inhabited territory. Maybe after that I can also go for the naval trade agreement. I don't think I need that many blue cubes and get the colonization, but let's go with the colony first. Development of crafts. Doesn't really change anything. Can finish the Colosseum, go for Gutenberg. Increase population. I guess I could go for an army here, not being the weakest, but those 2 cards don't rely on strength. Blue has played a lot and he just got stronger, I guess, and has gone for Nostradamus, so being weakest may not be the best idea. So I could go for a warrior and the fighting band. Go up to 3 strength, making me the strongest. Next turn I go for... Oh yeah, grab the printing press. Next turn I can go for printing press, maybe irrigation. Yeah, I think I also want to... Yeah, playing a card is good, so get the reds out before I go for irrigation. So speeding up the game a little bit by playing cards is good, I think. I don't draw as many cards now, but I still have the Crusades I could play. And then maybe I will go for Naval Trade. I think this is okay going for the army. Getting a little bit of strength up. Only draw one card, hopefully colonization card. No, another tactic. That is still quite good. All knights are left. I could go for 2 knights or something. With irrigation I might have the population for that. Silent will open development of warfare. I can see if we can use it. It goes for the pyramids, reveal the tactic, rich land. 3 strength for him. Slick will not play politics, goes with Leonardo. And the masonry finishes Acropolis. Okay, 3 strength for him as well. Mirrors also won't play politics. Gets a free warrior, can upgrade. 7 strength for him. Has Nostradamus. And a lot of 3 strength. I'm the 2nd strongest. I could try to trigger whatever is in there. I mean, reds right now would be pretty good for me. I only lose 1 food. The others lose a lot more. Yeah, I think I'll have to play the Crusades here. Yeah, hope for the reds. If it's something strength related, I'm the 2nd strongest, so that's also fine. So let's go for the Crusades. And it's a territory, okay. Red's sort of in a way better. But let's see, I can... bid 2, not more I guess. I can't send more units than this. I will be getting knights, which is nice, so it would be ideal to send away... I guess I do get a free warrior. But still, what can I do? I can get the warrior for free, go for knights. Build one, play the tactic to get stronger, but 2 units is still quite a lot for the developed territory. Especially because there are reds, the food will be delayed a little bit. And I guess I also don't want to develop the knights this turn. I might want to go for Code of Laws, even though I want to go for the printing press. That costs 2 science, so I only have 5, so I can't go for the Code of Laws. The good thing is with the developed territory, with the 3 extra science, I could definitely go for that. Code of Laws and printing press, but then I might be too weak. And developed territory here is not bad. The extra science, I will... 2 units is quite a bit. But I guess I can go up to 4. I think I really want this territory. I'm not sure if this is worth it, but I have a good position. It's my turn. I can rebuild after this. I do get a free warrior. And then maybe the knights as well. Play the tactic, then I'm strong again. Yeah, let's go for 4. And I win for 2+. That's quite cheap. That's very cheap. So yeah, I win it. Can build a warrior for free. That's nice as well. And can develop the printing press. Knights look good here. Reds on reds might be here, so don't want to go for irrigation. Definitely the printing press with Gutenberg. Do I have to be afraid of an aggression by Timurus? He would be attacking with 4. I can't defend, if only with 1 extra military action. But I would very much like the Code of Laws here. Maybe and the knights. I have the tactic that I need for that. So I'm to 5 strength. Makes me not one of the weakest. Can then maybe grab the alchemy with Gutenberg. Still use him. And I definitely like the Code of Laws. I can then go for printing press next turn with Gutenberg. How are you looking for the reds? Reds would be very juicy right now. I hope that Silent plays something. I mean, he's Confucius. He wants to play something. And hopefully it's going to be the reds. That would be very bad for the others. Yeah, I think I like getting up the strength. Don't have to play this tactic. Can do it next turn probably. Don't have to reveal that yet. I mean, it doesn't make me stronger than the others. Only using 1 extra strength. I guess the knights are not out anyway and they will be grabbed. So I can also just play that. On the other hand, I don't draw as many cards. So maybe keep it for this turn. But if I'm weaker and lose something because of that, that would suck. So let's play it. See what I draw with my one military action. It's gonna be... Okay, the perfect tactic for me right now. Even though I could go for another knight and then that is better. Silent will open border conflict. Sadly, I'm not the strongest. Great Wall for him. Cultural heritage. He goes for swordsman. 5 strength. Please, Slick, open the reds. No. He will increase population. Even build a warrior. 7, 6, 5, 4 strength. That's nice. And Tamers will also increase population. Build another swordsman. And I can't trigger the reds. I don't have anything in hand that I can play. I don't really want to go for the naval trade. And I could go for naval trade, but I don't know who would accept that. I would definitely like the blue cubes. I mean, there's a territory. Let's see what I do this turn first. I develop the printing press. I'm missing 1 food now to also go. So I might lose 3 food to the reds. That would be bad. I still have a lot of civil actions left. There's still 3 iron. I could go for Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu, Engineering Genius, and this breakthrough. I have the irrigation already. The problem, yeah, I mean, I could not use Gutenberg for the printing press, then I could go for alchemy next turn. But if I go for the Machu Picchu, I want to finish it next turn, which I can with the Engineering Genius, so that's nice. Maybe I like the Machu Picchu. I'm guaranteed to have iron. I'm guaranteed to have irrigation and relatively likely to get one of the irons. I can pay a lot of civil actions for that when I have the Machu Picchu. Don't know what else I would be doing here. I already have knights. I don't want to take too many cards on 2 civil actions. I already have irrigation, so yeah, this looks pretty fine. And then I need all of my blue cubes. I can play a tactic. That doesn't really change anything. It's a military action. I don't draw cards, and if I go for an extra knight, I don't want this tactic. In general, I don't want this tactic. It's much more likely that I build an extra knight at some point, so keep that in hand. Don't need it right now. I will draw Pestilence, Rebellion. Okay. Silent Ovens. Now they are the rats. Yeah, of course. We lose 3 food. Breakthrough, Great Wall. Can't be finished this turn. He grabs Regality. Slick will go for the Knights. Brand Xerxes builds 1. Goes for Legion. 7 strength for him, so we're one of the 2 weakest. Tamers is the strongest. Also, he plays something in new deposits. 3 resource for everybody. No one has upgraded that yet. And he will go for another Swordsman and Nostradamus. And Inhabited Territory could be in here, but I don't have a single colonization card. I could go for Naval Trade Agreement, but let's first check out what I want to do. I definitely want to finish the Machu Picchu with the Engineering Genius. I could go for the Naval Trade. I don't need the blue cubes right now. I have a lot of them thanks to the 1 from the developed territory, 1 from the Machu Picchu. So I guess I can offer that to someone. Who needs blue cubes? Silent. I guess he gets all of the blue cubes back from the Great Wall. Slick. Slick definitely needs some. He has a lot of resource also from Leonardo. Yeah, so offering that to Slick, I hope that he will accept. We get the +1 colonization, he gets 2 extra blue cubes, we lose 1. But yeah, there's no problem for us. I will offer that to him. And we'll accept the pact, very nice, we get 1 colonization. And yeah, after that I just finished the Machu Picchu. And I guess I'll have to take the iron here. Also the alternatives aren't really that great. I don't need urban growth or patriotism. I need the iron. I have Machu Picchu, so of course I need that. Next turn I can develop the alchemy with Gutenberg. And then I have, let's count some science. We have 4 science. Plus the breakthrough is another 2, so 6. Gutenberg saves 1, so 7 science. And then we produce once more for the iron. So in 2 turns, So next turn we will have enough for alchemy, and the turn after that we will have enough for iron. So I think that's a good plan. Of course, that might change slightly with events, but overall I'm confident that that is a good plan. Then we can go for the alchemy play next turn. I don't know if we upgrade one or not, or do we wait with Gutenberg. But yeah, after that we can definitely go for the iron. So overall, I think that is quite the plan. Can play a tactic. Yeah, still I don't really see a reason why I want to play a tactic. I'm gonna get some more population soon because of the Machu Picchu producing extra food, especially if I get the irrigation going. And then I'm gonna build another knight soon, so I don't wanna waste that military action. Get rid of the enslave. And see what we draw. No defend card. That's maybe even a problem. I don't know. I could have. Temerus could play an aggression. I don't think he will, because it's really likely that we can defend. But I guess that could have been a reason to play a tactic. So we had 7 strength, and there can't be an aggression from Temerus guaranteed. But yeah, I just assume that he won't attack. He's Nostradamus. He wants to play events. So playing an aggression that fails costs him 3 culture, information, or even more culture because of the normal culture and everything. So I don't think he will play an aggression on us. Call of Laws for Silent and Zhishka. Oh, and the Great Wall. 10 strength for him now. That's quite a bit. Slick will go for Taj Mahal and finish it immediately. That's a lot of resources spent. He only has 3 productions, so I guess he gets some more from Leonardo. It's still quite expensive. Foray, sadly I'm not part of that. Monarchy for Damaris. And 1 religion to maybe get out of corruption. Yeah, probably. So inhabited territory on top. H2 starts. I don't know if I'm in the inhabited territory. Can't really win that like this. I'm the first one to draw new H2 cards. So I'm the first one who can draw colonization cards from H2, and then maybe I can win that colony. The biggest problem here is population, but I guess I go for... Do I go for irrigation? No, I guess just go for alchemy. As I said, go for the alchemy and irrigation. I guess I really wanted to go for the iron. But what else do I spend my civil actions on then? I mean, the irrigation is also not bad. I can upgrade both of them. It gives a lot of population. Will delay my iron quite a bit. But next turn I upgrade the philosophy to alchemy. After that, so in 2 turns I can go for the iron. Maybe that's still early enough. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, the original plan I think was to go for alchemy and after that go for iron. Next turn, but like this I can't really find a way to spend my actions. There's a slight danger with Silent could play an aggression on me, which I don't like, but I can't get extra population here. I can't destroy anything for that. I guess I could try to get the inhabited territory and then maybe Silent wins it and it doesn't look as dangerous anymore. I guess I could just play the tactic. But if I go for this play, next turn I probably will build 1 knight. Like, go for the alchemy upgrade, go for 1 knight. I have the resource for that, and then I will get extra strength. So like this, I really don't want to play the tactic. But go for reserves, warfare. And those cards are quite nice. There's also not a 1 knight gets discarded, that's quite interesting. But yeah, warfare can still be interesting, especially after I lose the... I have extra military action from Colosseum, so I don't need the warfare as much. And I don't need any of the other cards here as well. And in 4 players, warfare can be quite okay. So probably like this, hope Silent doesn't try the aggression. I could also draw a defend card. I have a lot of cards in hand, I've drawn a lot of cards. I guess I did. Did I spend some on the developed territory? Maybe I did. But that was quite a while ago, so... I really don't want to play this. I mean, it's 1 military action. Maybe it's worth it. That makes it guaranteed that there's no aggression. And then, yeah, don't like it as much. but it's the safe. Like, maybe I should play safe here, so there's no aggression. Get rid of the Reign of Terror. The Pestilence could be nice. Barbarians, maybe I should have some culture. Yeah, from Gutenberg. The others also have a lot of production. So Barbarians could be nice. Maybe cultural influence is pretty bad right now, but I could get more with the printing press. So maybe just Rebellion. See what I draw. Maybe I do draw one of those defend cards. No, so maybe good that I went for the extra strength here. And Silent will open the inhabited territory immediately. Well, I have a bad position for this. I can't really send anything. If I win this, Slick and Timurus are behind me and they can go for aggressions. So yeah, I guess that one colonization doesn't do anything for me. Even if I send a warrior, I got on to 3 strength, 3 military actions, no cards, can't defend against Slick or Timurus. So I'll just pass. And Timurus gets it for 5, so I wouldn't have gotten it anyway. But 5 is, yeah, 1 swordsman, 3 cards. Maybe he has 3 colonization cards, maybe sends more than 1 swordsman, but I don't think so. Probably has a lot of colonization cards. And who wins the colony? Timurus wins the inhabited territory for swordsman and 3 cards. Silent will go for iron 1 and 2 times. Alchemy as well, so he's getting production up. Slick will go for which land? A rifleman. Oh, 2 cards for 2 selections each. Kind of expensive. Especially which land 1 for 2 selections. Raiders, I'm one of the 2 weakest. No bell immediately for Timurus, getting his science even higher. Navigation. Will go for that. There's strategy, that could be nice. There's also an early Bach. Let's see here, what could this be? Crusades. I'm not the weakest, so I could play something. Barbarians. I'm kind of behind. Could still go for that. I could also go for historic territory, putting another territory in there. I guess Timurus will be happy about that. Civil unrest. Could work. Cultural influence if I go for Bach. Let's see what I want to do here. I probably lose the food. Upgrade this. Gutenberg. And it could be Bach time. Could go for Bach. And 1 drama. Oh, those. I thought those were dramas. Those are not dramas. Then probably not. I mean, there's dramas here, but well, there's Shakespeare's also there. Gaudi and Darwin. I guess those work nicely if I could just grab the drama. So let's see, definitely do this, and maybe strategy, drama, increase population. Can't go for iron, we'll go for that next turn. And yeah, how do I spend my last civil action? I could just, yeah, reserves doesn't really work. I could go for an extra knight. And then play reserves. I mean, yeah, I need strength anyway, probably. Would be bad at least. And like this, I don't want the... Maybe I can play barbarians. See what we get from that. Yeah, let's try to go for barbarians. We're gonna get the vast territory. Okay, that's a big one. I'm pretty sure Timurus will win it, most likely. But didn't he win the last one? Yes. He sent 3 colonization cards away. He still has 3 colonization force, so he's at 5 with the swordsman. And I don't have any cards, so I can only go for 3. Can't send more than this, I'm pretty sure. I don't have the military actions. I can't lose that much strength. I can go for 3, but Timurus will definitely win this. That's really nice for him. Getting all the yellow cubes. Even after the inhabited, his food is fine then. Especially with 3 agriculture, gets so much population from that. Yeah, but without colonization cards, no way that I win that. I mean, there's one way, going up to 8. But that is just too dangerous, so I go for 3. And Silent wins it for 5+. That's very nice for him. Timurus, yeah, doesn't get it. Silent has a lot of cards. And he gets the vast territory, very good for him. And yeah, now I lose the food, as we said. I think the rest is as we said. Go for definitely this strategy. And I'm not sure about drama, but I mean, theoretically I could also build printing press instead of upgrading alchemy. This also works. I guess I need the free population to build that knight. Yeah. Then maybe we can do that next turn. Build that knight to get out of corruption and still playing the reserves. Grab the drama. I mean, there's also a possibility for Forbidden City. If I don't get the strategy, I have warfare. So I could skip the strategy. That's expensive to take. Then I would probably skip the drama and go for Forbidden City here. It's nice to spend some resources on a wonder, because I have so much production soon. I also have a lot of population, so I don't need that wonder that much. I need happy faces. I could even go for team sports instead of the drama. I mean, drama would work nicely with Shakespeare or Darwin. Gaudi also with both of them. There's another. No, there's only one team sports, right? Yeah, I thought I had this turn already, but it looks a little bit more complicated now. Definitely this. We still have a lot of good things to do with Gutenberg. If I grab the Forbidden City, then I can also grab one of these. Maybe the team sports. Also like the drama very much. And I don't even need to build the knight. I guess I could still want to. There's crusades and everything. The next turn I can go for iron, and after that finish the Forbidden City. I will have good protection with the Machu Picchu and the iron. And then I can also play the reserves to upgrade the other philosophy to alchemy, or maybe build one printing press. I guess I need happy face for that. But yeah, I like this. Drama and Forbidden City have a lot of extra synergies. Then I don't need the team sports, and with the drama I open myself up to Gaudi, Shakespeare, and I can even go for Darwin. So I think that is good, grabbing the drama here. And then, yeah, this looks like a turn. Cancel copy tactic. I mean, that's one extra strength. Doesn't look like I need that. I'd rather draw some cards. H2 tactics, very important. And then get rid of the territory, probably. See what I draw with my 2 cards. It's gonna be Iconoclasm and Hussars. Hussars can be nice. I already have 2 knights. So yeah, that's a good draw. And the one science for all is revealed from Confucius. Silent will go with an extra swordsman and some alchemy and grabs that strategy. Let's see what Slick will do. Goes for Cornmon, can research it. Save some science from the Acropolis coal for him as well. That can be nice. Has rich land as well. Tamarus will open something. I'm the weakest, but doesn't matter. One more science for everybody. Tamarus goes for coal. And the wave. Let's see, there's Bach and the opera here. That could be nice, but there's also Gaudi here. First of all, I think I want to skip politics. Probably go for the iron now. Upgrade once. Am I afraid of reds? No. Not afraid of red, so I can just upgrade once more, and then I have 2 selections left. I could go for a breakthrough. I mean, I don't have to be afraid of an aggression, not really. I mean, Tamarus could go for one, but it's very likely that I can defend, so I don't think he will. I could just go for Gaudi here. I have a lot of population, so I really like that. I can build a printing press, build a drama. I guess I can also not do this, but this instead with Gutenberg still. I could also build one printing press. I guess I don't have the population free, so Yeah, maybe one is enough, and then I can do this. Then I also get Gaudi and the breakthrough. I like that very much. That gives a lot of science back. Alternative is Bach here. But then I've researched this printing press for nothing, probably. Could wait even longer for Shakespeare. I also like Gaudi here. Can go for next turn. Still build one printing press. And maybe one drama. Yeah, looking good. Can wait a little bit with finishing the Forbidden City. And Bach also has good value. Also, he's on 1, so I could get the... I guess I don't get the patriotism together with that. Would have to play reserves. I mean, Bach saves 2 science on the drama. Gaudi doesn't save that much science, but right now I'm only researching the drama. Maybe later I go for, I don't know, something in H3. But Bach here is probably going to be like 3 culture production. Sadly, I don't have anything I want to rebuild into operas or dramas. And then I think Gaudi here, yeah, he can definitely go for 1 religion, 1 printing press, 1 drama. Then he produces 4 culture. Saves science on the drama as well. Yeah, let's go for Gaudi. I don't think I need the cannon. I have the fortification. I have the hussars, so that's nice. And then yeah, next turn use Gutenberg 1 more time, then go for Gaudi. Sounds like a plan. Have a lot of food. Good resource production now. Thanks to the Machu Picchu. And strength is not the biggest problem either. There could be some hurting events. One is Crusades. I guess I lose a lot of science from that, or a little bit. But I guess that's okay. I'm gonna be producing a lot very soon with Gaudi. Can still copy a tactic, but I'd rather draw some cards. Get rid of... Yes, well, Unrest maybe, and Iconoclasm. Yeah, Iconoclasm. I wanna keep Gaudi for a long time, probably. And then I get a war. Defend card is nice. That means I can defend against Timurs and inhabited territory. Silent opens Crusades. I lose some culture. That's not perfect. Cannons. Strategy. Another tactic. Silent goes up to 21 strength. Oh boy. That's a lot. That's a lot of strength. Slick will grab cannons immediately. Selective breeding. Goes for another refinement. Probably so he can defend. Timurus opens scientific breakthrough. That gives us 4 science, 6 for Timurus, 3 and 5. And then he will go with some more coal and the ocean liner. That's very good for him. Architecture as well. He has the science for that. Saves a lot of civil actions from the ocean liner at some point then. So I'm the weakest. Barbarians would not hit us. There could be rats. I'm really afraid of rats. Or could there be rats? Always the most important question. No rats. Could play Pestilence. Yeah, Barbarians would not hit us. That would hit Timurus, but he doesn't lose anything. But I could play Pestilence. Let's see what I want to do here. I think I have to be afraid of Silent. So my idea is Rifleman, maybe Warfare and the Rifleman. Upgrade both. Go up to 14, then I have 4, 5, 6, 7 I can defend. Just barely can defend against Silent, also I'm not the weakest anymore. I think next turn maybe I go for Gaudi. Next turn I can go for Gaudi, maybe build 1 printing press with Gutenberg. I mean, I could also grab the cannon here, but then I have Corruption, which is, yeah, 1 resource. But the only tactic revealed thus far is the defensive army. I could just go for the hussars, but that's a little bit awkward. That's a lot of population. I guess I could skip the rifleman, increase population a lot, but I need... Yeah, I mean, I could finish the Forbidden City, but that doesn't seem like a good idea right now. Then there's going to be an aggression from Silent. I can't have that. So with the warfare, I have 1 free population. So 1 knight. And let's just try something like this. Is 16. And then I can defend. I go up to 4 knights, which is not ideal. Yeah, it's not ideal at all. I guess then I could go for reserves and this. I can also maybe just go for the cannon. So the other play with the rifleman also doesn't look bad. The only problem is corruption. But it's only one resource, one food. The food is no problem. And then I get cannon. And the next turn I can maybe build that printing press with Gutenberg, go for Gaudi. Finish this Forbidden City at some point, I hope. But right now I'm missing the resource. But I could finish it next turn. Yeah, I have 6 production basically because I lose the 1 to corruption. I have 2 more from the reserves. Then I could finish the Forbidden City. But then I can't build the printing press. But yeah, I think I like this. Going for the rifleman is nice with the Colosseum. Getting cannons is very important. Maybe I get Napoleonic army. For the important part, I can go for defensive army if I need to. So that's good. Get the warfare out. I like the warfare. I have 4 military actions now. That's enough. I could even go for Republic. Because I have the Colosseum and warfare, then yeah, Republic works fine. So yeah, probably like this. Corruption is not ideal, but I don't see a way out of that. So I go for that. Can still copy a tactic. That's 2 military actions gone for 1 strength. That's not really worth it. I'd rather draw. I have the chance to draw another tactic. I mean, there's a lot of tactics I could use now, and they've not been shown yet. Conquistadors, Classic Army, and Napoleonic Army all work. So I think I'd rather draw than being just 1 stronger than Timurus. Yeah. Then I can probably get rid of this tactic and the... I mean, I could still think about playing a card. But I'm the weakest, so I don't like that. I'm not the weakest after this turn, so I don't think I should trigger something. Let's see if I can draw something good. No, Conquistadors is a tactic at least. 2 more knights, and that will work nicely. So yeah, that's a good draw. That's a good draw, definitely. And Silent goes for an aggression against Timurus, and he can't defend, so Nobel is gone. 6 culture for Silent. He will also go for Republic. Yeah, with the strategy. I mean, Silent is looking good here. Great Wall, he has a lot of late game potential, has cannons in hand. James Watt is questionable right now, I guess. Slick goes with Darwin and for Cole. Timurus will go for Scientific Operation with Slick. He has a lot of science stored up, goes to Cavalryman and builds one. Yeah. Has copies of the tactics, 16 strength for him, so there's hopefully not another aggression from Silent, I guess. And then I'm not the weakest. I could play something. Barbarians would not hit me. I don't have the most culture. So I could maybe play the Pestilence. I have so much food. Yeah, let's play the Pestilence. Good. Oh no. I have food. I have a lot of food now. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure. Maybe it's time to abandon the Forbidden City. The good part is I can still use the extra civil action from Gutenberg here, so if I could just go for this, and then Gaudi maybe. The drama, go for 1 drama. This gets me out of corruption. I have so much food and there's no rats that maybe this is not the worst. Missing out on the Forbidden City, I can go for drama, religion. Because I have the population for that. Maybe I even get the organized religion. Maybe the age doesn't even end and then I can finish this next turn. Because I have the reserves. There's 10 cards going to be left. That could give us another turn potentially. But either way, I think I have to do something like this. With so much population. This also puts me out of corruption, which is really nice. And then next turn I can get 2 or 3 more population. I'll put those in religions, dramas. And hopefully avoid uprising. Could there be rebellion? No rebellion. That one is out. So yeah, I think this is looking good. I can defend against Silent. I could now decide to copy this tactic for 1 extra strength. That costs 1 military action. Since I have this tactic now, I don't need card draw as much. And 15 strength is better than 14. And it only costs 1 military action because I have the one that I don't draw cards with. So I miss out on 1 card draw to have a better tactic for 1 strength. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's okay. Then I can discard maybe the vast territory. If I want to go for territory, it should be inhabited, I guess. But I don't think I'm going to play either of them. But yes, confirm that turn. See what I will draw. Oh, that's very nice. Napoleonic army means I can go for 2 cannons and then have a lot of strength boost. So I still hope that I can finish the Forbidden City. That would, yeah, make Happy Face a lot prettier. And then if I have free population, I can go for 2 cannons, Napoleonic army. That's very nice to draw. And there was a colony opened on silence turn. Again, I didn't have a good turn order to go for that, so I passed. And looks like Slig is gonna win that for a rifleman and card. It was on the historic territory, so not the most important one. Silent grabs a lot of cards. Yeah, that probably destroys the hope to have 1 more turn. And yeah, Slig will go with some more coal and a cannon. Copies the tactics, 17 strength. Can go for Opera with Darwin. I mean, it's 8 resource production, that's pretty good. Mirrors, Barbarians. Oh, that's himself. He has the most culture and is one of the 2 weakest, so he's gonna lose a population. Finishes the ocean liner. Takes 1 card, so yes, the age will end. The age will end. And yeah, I lose Forbidden City and reserves. That's a little bit unfortunate, but I guess we knew that. We planned for that. I think I want to go for Cornmon here. I have 12 science. I don't have a new government form, so Cornmon will be very great. And then, as I said, increase in population. Maybe go for religion. Can go for this religion, go up to 8 culture production. Maybe upgrade the iron. And grab urban growth. I don't think I need journalism. I mean, I hope to get Malena, I think. There's no leader for the journalism. There's computers, but there's no Fleming. So I think hope for Marlene for Happy Faces. Yeah, and I think that urban growth that can give me a drama for free. Can just build that. One problem is I can't go for cannons next turn. I can't go for the Napoleonic army. But if there is a war, I have enough for 2 knights and then the Conquistador. So if there's a war, but I don't think there will be. I'm the weakest, sadly. That's a little bit bad, maybe. For refugees, Cold War, and some other cards. But yeah, I can't get stronger this turn. Yeah, I think this doesn't look bad. Go for the Cornmon. It's maybe a little bit late. Could wait for an H3 government form, but I don't really think I can afford that anyway. I need my science for something else. And we don't know when the H3 government forms come out, so I think, yeah, Cornmon is still very good. Allows me to go for war, gives a lot of civil actions as well. I mean, potentially I can go for the War of Technology soon, like in 2 turns or something, with a cannon. Build 2 cannons or something. Maybe with Marlena, that would be great. I have options with the Cornmon. Cornmon is really great, because it allows for good wars. I can still play a tactic in a hand to increase strength. It's only 1 strength. I don't think that's worth it. Yeah, the 1 strength doesn't do much. I'm still the weakest on the next turns. And I don't want to show the tactic. Yeah, I can keep that in hand. Don't need the 1 strength. See what I draw from H3. Input of happiness. A tactic. Modern army. If I get tanks, I guess I can go for that. Could be a nice upgrade from the Napoleonic army, maybe. Happiness can be very good if I get Marlena. So not the best draw, but also not the worst. Politics of strength. Sadly, I'm the weakest, so no card draw next turn. That's not ideal. Silent will draw a lot. Goes for a revolutionary idea on 3. Breakthrough. He needs science a lot. His yellow cards are looking strong. So many yellow cards. Copies the tactic, has the Great Wall. He's definitely looking dangerous if he gets more military actions. National Pride, won by Tamirus. There's a Bill Gates. Let's see if someone wants him. No. Air Forces, Justice System for Slick here. Morris, will he go for gates? He doesn't have the things. Refugees, that's pretty bad. Political strength and refugees, he will go for gates. Has computers, or can grab computers for 3, so he doesn't get them out right now, but still. So let's see, I will lose population from the refugees. Do I want to play politics? There's pestilence on top. And that would mean I have to destroy something. So I don't think I want that. So lose an idle worker, get that back. I could go for pro sports. There's Pierre, there's Mandela as well. Sadly he's not showing yet, but I guess Pierre could be alright. There's also a military theory. I mean, I probably want to take... I guess Silent already has strategy. Do I need military theory? I have enough military actions. I don't think I have to worry about that too much. Could just go for pro sports. It will solve my epiphases, so I guess that's good. Puts me at 19, so I'm not the weakest for now. There is cannons. I can go for the next turn. I mean, I could even grab the tanks. I have the Colosseum. With the tanks, then I can go for the modern army. Still have a lot of food. The thing is, I probably want to get one population out, so I can lose that to the pestilence, don't have to destroy anything, and then I don't get the tanks. I guess I could just upgrade this. More resource production, still needed in H3. I mean, when does that pay back? That takes quite a while. 3 resources gone, that produces 1 more, so in 3 turns that will produce more than I spent on it, so maybe I don't, because it's also a civil action. I mean, I'm 9 culture production now. Gaudi is giving me 5 culture production, which is not bad. Culture is still not looking ideal, but production is up there now. And yeah, with this route I also go for strength possibility. I really would like the tanks though. Especially on 6 science, that's not the worst. So I guess I could not increase population. The rest has to happen, right? I definitely want the pro sports. And build one. With the urban growth. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Get the epiphases. Yes, I could wait 1 turn with developing that. But it's also nice for the strength alone. Getting the 5 strength, oh, 4 strength is pretty nice. And then just the tanks. And then I have the possibility to go for the modern army. Need 12 science for that. I produce 5, so in 2 turns I have enough science for both of them. That's looking pretty good. I still have a lot of population, especially now that I don't need the epiphases. I can maybe, from the pestilence, destroy the religion, or maybe the mine. Maybe still keep the religion as long as I have Gaudi. But yeah, I have a lot of free population now, basically. So if I want to go for 2 armies or something with the modern army, that could be nice. I could also maybe go for war next turn with the War of Technology, go for 2 cannons and the Napoleonic army. And after that, try to go for the modern army. I mean, with this, I feel like the pro sports is really setting me up nicely for a military game. I have the military actions, I have the technologies and the tactics. I have a lot of resources as well and some population, so I can probably force this, force a little bit of a military game. Sadly, I don't draw any cards this turn. That's pretty bad, so I don't draw any wars. Yeah, being the weakest there wasn't great. Those were not the cards I wanted to see, political strength and refugees, but well, that's in the past now. I think I had to go for the rest last turn, so I don't think that was a mistake. But yeah, this is looking good. I could even go without air forces, just cannons and tanks will be enough with the modern army probably. Depending on where the other guys go. They have nice resource production. I guess Silent probably upgrades his some more. No, he needs food still, so he probably goes for food. But all the while I have 9 culture production, so that makes me feel pretty good. I could even play the Input of Happiness. That's definitely looking very good right now. But I could also wait with that. I don't draw cards anyway, so next turn I can just play the Input of Happiness. When I'm not... Yeah. Yeah, I can wait. I mean, maybe I want to play the war next time. Maybe I could just play the Input of Happiness here. It's going to be good at some point. I definitely want to play that at some point. So I lose the Pestilence. So one population gone, and I have to destroy one. Probably the mine. I still want the religion. I mean, 6 resource production. Yeah, okay, it's not ideal. But I need my religion for culture and for saving science on the pro sports. So like this, still 6 resource production. Sadly, sadly this means I can't go for 2 cannons next turn. But I don't have to go for a war next turn. I still want the tanks. Yeah, I still think that's okay. I mean, the alternatives just aren't that good. I could increase population and grab engineering genius, but I think the tanks could be very important. Let's grab them. I could play a tactic. Maybe now it's time. This is a pretty bad tactic anyway. The 1 extra strength doesn't cost any card draw. And I don't really give that to anybody. Silent has another tactic. Slick also has another tactic. Timurus can't really go for the conquistadors because he has so many swordsmen and not enough cavalrymen. I guess that's fine for 1 extra strength right now. Get rid of the plunder. Yeah, probably the plunder. Yeah, let's get rid of that. And sadly I don't draw any cards because that damn politics of strength. And Silent will go for food with what of course goes for 1 more cannon, 35 strength. That's quite a bit. Slick will, he's the weakest, he doesn't play politics, goes for an air force, 28 strength for him. Computers, democracy. Still with the scientific pact with Timurus. Timurus goes for military theory. Bill Gates, computers, and can build one, so 12 resource production for him now. And that's good. He has a good setup now. Computers and Bill Gates, or at least 1 computer. Also the code and a lot of population from the ocean liner. A lot of military actions. He's yeah, looking dangerous. He can go for a lot of cavalrymen. And doesn't even have a real tactic yet. Only the phalanx. Hope he doesn't have the classic army. Well, let's see for our turn. Do I want to play politics? I'm the weakest. But it could be nice to play something. And maybe I skip politics. Maybe I can go for those cannons. I mean, at least 1. The problem is I don't really get that much more strength. 25. There could still be an aggression from Silent, but maybe not. Maybe like this I can defend. And then for the following turns I can maybe go for tanks. And then I can even go for the modern army. I think that's a good plan. Don't have that much science, but I do have enough for tanks with the Colosseum. I mean, theoretically there could be Ravages of Time that would really hurt. But I'm not counting on that. So this definitely looks okay. 9 culture production still, that's quite good. I get my strength up, or strength potential especially. If I could go for 1 more cannon that would be nice, but I can't. But with 10 resources next turn I can go for 2 units, maybe a cannon, and I don't know, the rest doesn't really matter, but in a couple of turns I can go for 2 modern armies. Maybe I'll also grab these cards then. Maybe also the engineering genius. There's still a lot of wonders left. Yeah, maybe all the yellow cards. Extra resource, I definitely need those. Urban growth and efficient upgrade. Efficient upgrade, I don't know what I can use that for. I mean, maybe oil still, I don't know. But still, I like the efficient upgrade in hand. Maybe I can go for multimedias or movies. That can work. I mean, they're pretty cheap. The multimedias, especially with Gaudi, only 5 science. And then I can upgrade that. And I don't think I want to play the inhabited territory. I guess I'm still the weakest, but I can defend against Slick and Timurus, and if I have 1 defend card, I can then also defend against Silence. So I don't know if he risks that. Also will cost some military actions, which he definitely needs. Has air forces, can go for them. Maybe he goes for war, but he doesn't have that many military actions. And like this, I set myself... I mean, I can't go for more strength. Or setting up for more strength than this. So this has to be correct. Grab all the yellow cards that are potential resources for strength. I mean, urban growth for pro sports. And there's a defend card, that's very nice. Input of competition can also be very good with the pro sports and the units, of course. So that, yeah, two good draws, and having the War of Culture in hand is always nice. Freedom of movement revealed by Silent. And he will go for Air Forces. 46 strength now with the Great Wall. Has enough for war and one more Air Force next turn. He's looking dangerous. Slick goes for computers. Military theory, reserves. Yeah, he's preparing for something similar. The Mirrors goes and opens autonomous territory. Let's see here. I have some colonization cards. I'm a little bit afraid of Silent here, especially. I have some resource, but only 10. So what is the plan? I mean, if I win the autonomous territory, I mean, I can definitely send a knight or a little bit more. I guess I could send... I mean, I'm probably not going to win it for 8. But I can just take the resource and get the refinement back. I guess my plan is to go for tanks and then... I mean... There's potential. I mean 8. I don't think I'm gonna win it for 8. Tamirus, it's his turn. He has 3 colonization force. I have population, so I could send... I don't know, 2 knights and then go for their tactic as well, but I really want to go for the modern army. I guess next turn I can... 7 maybe, or 8. Both is not going to be enough, I'm pretty sure, so I'll go up to 8. Not risk too much. I get the resources back, but then I have 15 resources. I can go for a cannon. Maybe and a tank. I go to 8. Autonomous territory won by Tamirus, who only has to send a swordsman. That's really cheap for that territory. Democracy for him and rockets. Just go for more computers. 15 resources, Bill Gates and 3 computers. That's strong. Let's see here, do I go for the Emerald of Competition? It's looking kind of good right now. I don't know if I go for Marlene here or if I go for Pierre. And maybe not elect them immediately. I mean, Gaudi is doing much. 5 culture from him, that's more than Pierre, that's more than Marlene. Don't think I can go for war, I'm too weak. I still don't have the Air Force. I have tanks. Do I have here freedom of movement? Oh yeah, that's nice. That can give us some good things. I mean, I could put the alchemy into the pro sports, go for input of competition, and then maybe I do go for Pierre. Or I put the religion onto the pro sports. I think competition here should be good. I am the weakest, but still playing impacts is worth it probably. So go for input of competition. Economic progress. Okay, that gives so much to Tamirus. He has way too many resources now, 28 resources. And he has military actions, he has potential for war, has enough science for the last Air Force if he gets them. 28 resources, at least no food. Well, let's see, what do I use this for? I think... And I'm gonna go for this tactic, so I need all of my military units. I think I'm gonna use this to... I mean, I could put an alchemy into pro sports. But that could be bad for some impacts. Maybe just the religion, go for Pierre this turn. So religion into the pro sports. Maybe go for Pierre. Endowment will give us 4 because we have more than Silent, but yeah, I can still play that. And I have enough for tanks, so maybe develop the tanks. Go for an extra cannon. I mean, I want to have enough. Maybe I need the reserves here. Let's see if I upgrade this once. I mean, I'm 42 strength now, which is not bad, but I don't have enough for another army next turn. Maybe that means I have to go for Marlene. I mean, Marlene is also not bad, but not as good as Pierre with the Olympic Games, I think. Let's see if I go for Pierre and if I take the reserves. It goes something like... So with the reserves I have enough for 2 riflemen next turn, and then I could play the Modern Army, but have that outdated once. Yeah, some extra resources. Marlene would do it. Marlene would give me the resource and stuff to have 2 modern armies. But then I probably don't go for the extra pro sports, but go for maybe a drama instead. Oh no, not from the drama, from the, probably still from the religion onto the drama. Then go for Marlene. I lose some culture production, which is not ideal, so maybe I wait 1 turn with that. This, definitely the reserves, then maybe the endowment. Oh, that... Why is that only 2 now? What did I... Oh, I have to do that before I research the tanks. And grab the reserves. Still want to go for the tanks? I don't have to if I can do something better, like... Go for this, and maybe an extra drama even. Is the Marlene better then? I could do this. I don't have to go for Marlene immediately, but it's still nice. I also like Pierre very much with the extra pro sports, but like this I can then go for tanks next turn. I mean, Hollywood is also... I guess Hollywood is also a good reason to maybe go for Marlene. What can the other guys go for? Silent can't go for Pierre or Marlene, really. I guess there's pro sports, you could go for that. Silent can go for Pierre, but not Marlene, and Tamarosa has a lead already, so I'm not really taking Marlene away from anyone. But I could go for Hollywood, no one else can. And the other wonders, I guess there's also internet that could be good for Pierre. But I don't have engineering, so maybe Hollywood is good for me. And that is a nice use case for the engineering. And then next turn I could go for tanks, upgrade 2 times, and build 1 rifleman, and fulfill the modern army 2 times with Marlene. I think I like this more. Sad that I can't go for Pierre, but still works. Get all the happy faces for input of happiness. It's not quite as good for competition, but it's also a lot of culture now. 10 production with all the dramas. Yeah, maybe let's go for this. 11 science. I mean, if I don't have to go for tanks, I can go for something else. Like engineering. Or movies. I guess movies gonna be gone. Multimedia could still work. Go for multimedia with the efficient upgrade. I still have that. Don't know what I'm gonna use that on. I could also go for mechanized agriculture. Or maybe a little bit too late, depending on what I draw. I can also maybe go for war. I don't know if someone oversteps. This is a lot of potential if I go for tanks and the modern army, but maybe not enough without air forces. Yeah, but I think I like this more than the Pierre play. And then I can get rid of the territory. I mean, like, potentially I still go for the war of technology if I just want a small war. Test the waters before the war of culture. So yeah, let's go for that. And then let's see. No impacts. It's hard to play peaceful without impacts, so maybe I have to go for war. I mean, who's weak? Slick is not really weak. Silent is also not really weak. Tamaris is also not weak, so I don't know what I do with this. Maybe I don't go impacts, just Hollywood will be enough. I mean, culture is pretty close between all of us. I have the biggest production now. I don't have bad impacts. I already have 2 in. Happiness is very good for me. And competition is also not shabby, especially with the tanks that I'm gonna get. But yeah, impacts, more impacts would have been very nice. And there's a war from Silent on me. That's not very friendly. He can go with an air force. And a cannon. Yeah, okay, just a cannon. 61 goes for Mandela, goes with organized religion. Okay. Slick will go for Gandhi, so there's not going to be one him. There's going to be one more turn, so there could be more wars from Silent on him, from Temerus on him, so yeah. And Temerus will go for war against me as well. So 2 nice wars on us. He does, of course, grab the air forces. Goes for 1 and another one. 65 and 61, that's the strength we have to beat. Let's see, I can't get anything to help me here. I need my military actions. Anyway, I can't play politics. I can't even try to get this, whatever that is. So what is the most I can go for? It's gonna involve the tanks and the reserves. I guess I'll have to upgrade both tanks. Go for a rifleman. Play the tactic 56. That's not quite enough to beat Silent or Temerus. I have some more. I could go and destroy, let's say, the alchemy and go for another. It doesn't really matter what I go for. 59. Not ideal. Let's see, maybe can I get more with Marlena. Like this I don't use Marlena, so if I just upgrade the tank once, and let's say I go for an extra rifleman, and one more rifleman. I'm at 44, play the tactics, 56. Yeah, doesn't really look like I can get more. This is just... And this is... If I upgrade the knight into tanks, that's 4 strength. And I don't know how I could get more than 4 strength by 4 resources only. So maybe it just is this 59. That's so close. That's a shame. That's really a shame. I mean, I probably can't get anything from that anyway. I don't know what would help. But it sucks to not be able to play any politics. Maybe next time I can go for an aggression on Slick. I can't go for wars anymore. I will lose this by a little bit and this by some more. The problem is the 5 culture that's added on everything. I still have 10 production, so that's not horrible. Like this I can't go for Hollywood, but I guess I can't go for that anyway. If I want to go for Hollywood, even with the engineering genius, and with reserves, I'm at 15 resource, I need 16, so yeah, there's not going to be a Hollywood. There's not going to be another one either. I mean, potentially internet, but I guess that's probably going to be gone. And then these guys, especially Silent, can maybe go for Wonder himself. Temerus also goes for Wonder if there still is one. Can go for fast food or internet. Yeah, if only I could win these wars. But I don't think there's a way. I could try once more if I just go for... And it's not going to be more if I just go for the more Napoleonic armies. And I'll have to destroy everything. Let's get politics. Yeah, there's probably no way. Even if I destroy everything and go... Yeah, that doesn't... There's another army. 5 resources left, yeah. I could try to go for another outdated army somehow, but I don't think that will work. So if I go for 1, play the tactic, go for 2 riflemen, get this, I guess, and then I have the normal tactic once. I don't think I can also get an outdated one, right? With the reserves. Yeah, I mean, I need way more units. If I go for this, I would need 2 more warriors. I guess I could have the resources. Like if I had 1 more military action now, I could go for an extra cannon. I don't know if that's more. But that would give me the outdated tactic once more, but I don't think... Yeah, there's not something I can do. So, try with the tanks. Go for this, and build one. Do I go for one extra? And this is at 56. If I go for one more, apart from that's 3 culture in both wars that I saved, so that's 6 culture. For that I have to destroy something and pay resources. Because I guess if I grab these reserves and grab the Hollywood, then I'll have enough for it. Right, I have 7 production plus 5 plus 8. Yeah, that's enough. I still lose the war only by a little bit, and the Hollywood is going to be 20 culture. I still don't lose to aggressions. Yeah, definitely not against Silent. Maybe against Timurus, but with the defend card I have a lot of military action, so probably not. Also, I draw more cards. I draw 2 cards instead of only 1. I guess this makes sense. I think so. Yeah, I don't need it for the tactic, thanks to Marlena, so why should I waste my units, destroy things, bad for impacts? I mean, there's happiness and competition. Competition is probably not looking that bad now, but... Yeah, against Silent it maybe still is, and Timurus also, yeah. So maybe just like this, and then the engineering, that can also be good for impacts. Maybe I get an aggression on Slick next turn, if I don't draw a good impact. Could still... Now, we can't see a war from Silent on Slick. I still have good production. 10 culture production. I lose... I mean, I do lose like 10 here, 15 here. It's 25 culture that I lose in total. I don't think that's going to be that great. Timurus... I mean... I mean, I have to do what I have to do here. I don't think there's any real option. Yeah, the engineering is nice for impacts. I could alternatively go for modern infantry or something, but I don't think that's going to be good. And maybe with the engineering I have enough for 1 pro sports. I do have quite a lot of resources here. And is there a way to go for this with pro sports or something? I didn't involve them yet in my calculations, but I don't think there is. Like, I have to go for this. I could go and destroy this and go for... Oh, right, I don't have engineering, so I can't go for pro sports. And then still do all of this. Don't play the reserves, grab the Hollywood, grab the reserves, and grab the engineering. Yeah, maybe I can get another pro sports or drama out. And 7 resources. Plus 5 is 12, and then I have another 8, so I have 20 resources. I need 16. So I have 4 resources left. That is another pro sports with the engineering. Yeah, that will work. I can't go for another drama, sadly, because yeah, I can't get a new government form. Yeah, I mean, maybe I even go for... probably then the pro sports. I don't think the impact of competition will be revealed yet. Yeah, oh, I still have to play the tactic, of course. That's important. Yeah, if there was not the war from Timurus, this would be a lot better. That maybe was a good move by Slick. That I think Timurus would have gone against Slick if not for this. If not for Gandhi. So Slick hiding behind Gandhi is pretty nice for him. I mean, he still doesn't have good culture production, so maybe I'm still in a better position because I get a wonder. I guess he also gets a wonder. Is there an argument for internet? I mean, with internet I save some resources, but I mean, also take that away from the other guys then. Thing is, I need to do this. Then if I want internet, I don't get engineering. And I would like the engineering, I think. Or I don't get the reserves. Also, internet is 1 less. If I could get both, I could then go for the pro sports. And that would be better for the internet. I mean, like this, there's only one guy who doesn't get a wonder, so it's worth thinking about maybe. For the internet, then I need, I built the middle stage with the engineering genius, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 resources. I have that, so I can go for one internet. Nothing else. That's all, almost all of my civil actions. Engineering is good for a lot of impacts. I mean, who's gonna get the internet? Let's calculate a little bit. I don't think I can win against Tamiris at this point. He's gonna steal like 15 resource from me. I mean, I can go up to this. I'm definitely gonna do this. He's gonna steal 15 culture from me. Yeah, there's probably not a way I can win against him. Silent. I mean, he doesn't have that good of a production. Tamiris also has like 9 culture in his computers from Bill Gates. Not the worst. Very good impacts, let's say it like that. Silent. Also gonna steal some. Maybe my only hope is against Slick, who's also... It would be good for the standings of the tournament if I definitely need to be ahead of Slick. Would be nice to be second or first place, but definitely ahead of Slick, so... and he can't really go for the internet, can he? I mean, he could still with movies. He can go for movie. I guess the pact will end. Yeah, the scientific cooperation will probably end before his next turn. And then he doesn't get the movies out. Loses opera, can't go for movies. The internet is not as good. Fast food chains, also not that good for him. Empire State, very bad for him. I guess he might take the internet. But I guess I should also maybe consider it on myself with this play. I mean, if internet was on 1, if the situation was different, then yeah, sure, but with getting the engineering out and a pro sports, which is another 3 culture, and I don't really deny the internet from anyone important. Slick can just go for the fast food. If there's no, because the internet is also not that great. I guess it can be better if he goes for another computer. But I really want the engineering out. Yeah, I think it's gonna be this. I'm not sure about the internet. I mean, Silent, what is he gonna do? I mean, maybe I'll also have to worry about another war from Silent. Can declare war as 1 military action. That's not much. No, he can go for satellites. But I mean, like this, I have 2 reserves in hand. A lot of resource, yeah. There's not going to be another war from Silent. So he can take a lot of cards. He's not going to take the Empire State. He's not going to take the internet. He's probably going to take the fast food chains, and then the internet is the only one left for Slick. Yeah, maybe I should just take the internet, so Slick doesn't get a good wonder for himself. Do I need the reserves then? I have 7. Do I need the reserves to defend a potential war from Silent? He can go for satellites. And 1 air force is probably the most. That's another 5, 6, 7, 8 strength. I have 6, 7, 13. No, 11. Sorry. 7 plus 4 is 11 strength. 11 resources. Oh, this is getting confusing. 11 resources. I can build 1 cannon. 1 knight. I would need 12 with the warriors. If I go for 2 more warriors, 1 knight, 1 cannon, get the army outdated. I mean, maybe take the reserves. But my idea is to take the engineering. If only... I mean, I think it's good, right? I mean, Silent is not going to take the Empire State. He is going to take the fast food chains. Slick then can't take the Empire State, really. He's very... he has 0 points right now. I mean, maybe he gets something. Maybe he gets science. He can't get culture. Science is... he's also not going to get science. He doesn't get resources. He doesn't get food. He can't get strength. So how does he get any more culture? If he can't go for wonder, he can't research movies. And then, yeah, how afraid am I of Silent going for another war? I mean, he has potential with these satellites for extra 3. That's a lot of math. 5, 6, 7, 8, 69. Nice. 69, and then I, with 11 resources, can go for... yeah, not that much. Maybe I should just take the reserves and not the engineering. If there's no impact for the engineering, that would also be bad. I take 3 cards, so yeah, Silent's gonna grab the fast food chains, the age is gonna end, Slick can't go for movies. How does he get culture then? Multimedia? No, he also can't go for multimedia. I mean, this could change things, whatever this is, but I have no idea. And then maybe the reserves can give me something different. I mean, it gives me security against the war against Silent. And then maybe some security, or some potential to go for some impacts, whatever I draw. I mean, for these, it could also be nice, just go for one. I don't think I can afford 1 pro sports then, especially because of civil actions, but... maybe just 1 population with food, I don't know. Would be nice to get the engineering, especially with the internet, but I need engineering genius. So yeah, I think this is gonna be the decision. Feels awkward not to take the Hollywood, but I think I found a good reason why. Because the other wonders are really bad for the other guys. I think that's smart. Yeah. Empire State is probably gonna get to Timos, but I'm not gonna win against Timos. I'm probably not gonna win against Silent. Might have a chance against Slick, and for that this is the best move. If I want to play for 2nd place, so I think I'm definitely gonna win against Slick, and then I want to win against Silent, then the Hollywood also doesn't really make much more sense. He can just go for fast food chains. He wants to go for fast food chains. And yeah, I mean, I could grab that, but no, then I don't get the resources. Yeah, let's just go for this. I get rid of the H2 cards. I mean, maybe keep this one if there's going to be an aggression from Silent. I mean, I don't need these aggressions, all of them anyway. Definitely not 2. I guess I don't need the war. That's for sure. Yeah, 3 cards taken, 2 cards left. There's no chance there's going to be another possibility for war. So yeah, discard those 2. Keep the defend card. If Silent goes for defend, I don't need to use this one. And then hope for a good draw, maybe a good impact. Even though I might just go for an aggression on Slick. So let's see. Oh, some impacts. So yeah, he steals 10 from us, which puts me at 70 and him at 71. He gets still production. Okay, and then balance. Yeah, balance is looking good, and population. Population is looking very good against Slick. That might be great. Maybe that one. Yeah, that's a good draw. I like those 2 options. Yeah, with this one I can... that's probably a lot better than just going for the armed intervention. Yeah, that's gonna be great. Cold War is opened. Timos and Silent will get the signs from that. And then there's gonna be the fast food chains. Not yet finished by Silent. He grabs reserves. Slick will call on the H4. Then there's international tourism between Slick and Silent. And he goes for grand circuses, happy faces, military, and military. Oh, I guess he's preparing for an aggression. That makes the most sense. Timorous will steal 14 culture from us. And then there's international agreement that Timorous can actually use. Doesn't have to lose any politics action because he doesn't have another politics action. And then he will probably... no, doesn't. Upgrades. Does he build 1 farm to avoid corruption? No. Oh yes, he does. 1 farm. So he has a little bit of starvation, I meant, of course. So with Slick going for strength in his last turn, I guess he can defend. And that means I play the input of population, right? Yeah, I mean it's 16 to 6 anyway. That's 10 plus 3 for playing it, so that's already 13. And yeah, with him going for the strength, it makes sense that he could defend. Just needs 2 defend cards, so yeah, very likely. So I'll play the input of population. Open the input of happiness. That's 16, 16, 14. And 10. I mean, this is achievable. Being ahead of Slick, I think I have a good position for that. Silent doesn't have that much more culture, but he has the fast food chains for 23. I don't think I have many choices here. I need to play reserves, build 2 stages, use the engineering genius, complete the internet. And that's about it. I have 1 reserve left, but I only have 1 civil action. I do get a nice internet. So I'm at 94. Yeah. Silent with his 23 from the fast food chains. I don't see how I can overtake him. There's a bit of competition, but I don't think I can even get that up. I mean, I have no resource for anything. I don't have the civil actions for technology, so I can play reserves. But then, yeah, then I'm missing something else. So I don't do anything here. But I think with 94 plus 10, 104, Slick doesn't get a wonder. Yeah, I should be ahead of him. Especially with the population being very good. Yeah, so this will be the turn. There's no way I don't finish the internet. So I'll definitely do that. End the turn. And yeah, see what Silent and Slick can do. And there's gonna be peace treaty that gives Slick 1 extra culture. That is not good for us. But will also result in 1 extra culture for Silent. So probably doesn't have a good impact. 23 for the fast food chains. Probably doesn't do much more. Goes for strength. Okay. Definitely could be input of strength, which is not bad for us. I mean, Slick could go for strength as well. Let's see what the first one is. Input of wonders, 14 to 11, 11 and 9. That's good. 2 extra culture for me instead of Slick. Democracy, military theory, Air Force. So yeah, he's gonna go for input of strength. So that's probably in. But we have 11 culture more than him right now. Input of technology, really good for Timurus. Yeah, this secures it for Timurus. Oh, I didn't realize technology would be that bad for us. I guess I only have 2. I have some science, but I guess, yeah, that's good. That's a good one for Slick. And what else? You have competition, 20 to 18, 19 and 20. Okay. It's getting close here. It's getting very close. Also, there is some potential for me to overtake Silent, but nah, probably not. Government, 27. Oh, that's probably also good for Slick. He just went for democracy. 2022, so he overtakes. No, same culture, same culture. Population, that is a good one, right? 18, 16, 16, and 6. Yeah, that's 10. I mean, then there might be impact of strength. Impact of science, 15, 0, 5, and 10. He overtook us on that. He has, yeah, 10 production. So that gives him 5 back. And then the last one is strength. It is. That will result in 5 strength, 5 culture for Slick. So it's gonna be a draw. Oh man, a draw. Couldn't be any closer. I really needed that point against Slick for the standings, but he makes it a draw thanks to the peace treaty. If that wasn't there, if Silent didn't give him the peace treaty, he would have had 1 culture less and we would have gotten that 1 point. But this will mean we both get half a point each. And that could be very, very interesting for the final standings of the tournament. And of course, we're gonna have a look at that right after this. Yeah, about this game, I don't know if there's much to say. There was potential to do better, but there are 2 wars that was kind of bad. One was really close. I almost could have won the one against Silent, and then yeah, Timurus also going against me. I guess, I don't know if I had the possibility to go over air forces at any point. Maybe I felt overconfident with Modern Army and Marlene. And one Air Force would have been great. And it didn't look bad this game. I also definitely think the internet move was the right one. That definitely gave us the draw. I was expecting to win against Slick here. Have to be honest. I mean, you guys know. But yeah, well played by him there in the end, going for some good impacts. Yeah, the democracy and military theory, very good for impact of technology, very good for impact of government. He completely destroyed all the productions, so if there was one of those, like balance or something. I guess balance was out, and yeah, industry, I guess maybe he discarded industry, that's why he could destroy that. Anyway, well played by him. Of course, even better played by Timiris, most of all, and then Silent as well. I mean, if I hadn't lost, like, I don't know, 20 culture, and some of that 2 Silent, I definitely could have played for 2nd place. But there are 2 wars that I lost. Definitely makes it hard. So yeah, this will be all for this game, and of course we're gonna have a look at the final standings of this whole tournament. So after this exciting finish, we're gonna have a look at the standings of the International Championship Season 12 in the Grandmasters League. We're gonna find out who won. We're gonna find out if I'm relegated or who is relegated, and we're gonna start on the bottom. That was clear before we went into this, that it is Fizzy. He had all his games completed already. 7 points, 7 games, that's not enough to stay in. He had 1 good game in a 4-player, and all besides that, he got 1 point from all the other matches, so that's not enough. So nice try. Maybe we see you in 2 seasons again in the Grandmasters, or maybe I also get relegated, and we can both climb back up to the top. And then we're not gonna go immediately to see who's relegated, because we kind of take a look who has the golden middle. It's going to be Kofefe with 20 points. So congrats Kofefe, staying in the league, not being in the top 3. I had that space last season, right? I was 4th player last season. Feels bad not to get a medal, but that's how it goes. So he's going to stay in the Grandmasters League, of course, and going to give a good fight for the next season for whoever stays in. And let's see, we have, with 1 player having 10.5 points and the other one having 9.5. And it is Slick. Slick gets relegated, and I can stay in the league because I have 1 point more. I have 1 point more than him. He did poorly in his last game that I was not in. We got the same points in this game, so we both got half a point. So that's why you have 10.5 and 9.5. If he had 1 more culture, so if he won this match, then I would be at 10 and he would be at 10, and then I would have lost, because the rule is who has the most accumulated culture through all the games. And I looked that up, or Payada looked it up for me, and he told me that, yeah, if we had both 10 points, I would have been relegated. So very crucial that we had this draw in this game. So yeah, that's gonna be it. That is gonna be the good news, that I can stay in the Grandmasters League, and Slick very close, but he'll have to go down to Masters League, and then maybe next season climb back up. Who knows? Maybe we see him again. Sure. So who's on 3rd base? We can take a look there already. It is Silent with 22 points. He did really great in 4-player games. 3-player game? Oh no, he did really well in 3-player games. 4-player games, not a single win. But I guess that's okay. Don't know why these are. Looks like these are a little bit wrong, right? We have 4-3 and then we have 3-4, so that's why I was confused. Silent having this confused, but that shouldn't be standing in the way of crowning the champion of the International Championship Season 12 Grandmasters League. Is it gonna be Frotes? It is gonna be Timiris. We have 1 player with 24 points. We have 1 player with 26 points, so not as close as the last season where they had the same points. No, this time there's 2 more points for none other than Frotes. Frotes is gonna win the International Championship Season 12. Congratulations to him. He's been playing really solid, especially the last games. If you remember his first 3 games, I think he lost or didn't do too well, and now he has 4 games that he won. So he won his last 4 games, I believe, just absolutely crazy. And yeah, should make everyone realize that the season is not over when your first 2, 3 or even 4 games don't go so well. Everything can still happen, and he climbed up to rank number 1. So congratulations to him. Of course, Timur's in silent also with silver and bronze, and then Kofefe for 4th. I stay in the league with 5th. Slick and Fizzy will go down to the Masters League. No shame in that. It was a really tough season. And yeah, pretty crazy that there's quite a big divide here. 20 points from Kofefe and then 10.5 for me. So not a lot of middle ground. Really close on the top and really close on the bottom. So yeah, this is going to be this season of the International Championship. I hope you guys enjoyed all of it. I had a lot of fun. I was really afraid that I would go down to Masters, but very close. Very close indeed, but I'm able to stay in. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for staying here, watching all the through the season. I guess maybe you didn't watch the other videos yet. If you do, or if you didn't, definitely check them out. Thank you guys all for your nice comments. I really enjoy those. Seeing analysis of my games, maybe where I made some mistakes. I probably made quite a few mistakes in the last games. My last 3 games were really, really bad. Having 4-player games. Yeah, 3 4-player games and doing really, really poorly in all of them. Luckily, my 3-player was kind of okay, so that is definitely the fault why I stayed in the league. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.